Commander Jack Harper gripped the control panel as the human flagship, Horizon, drifted into the Council system. Metal groaned under the ship's weight. Engines hummed. Every sensor in the bridge flickered with alien signatures. Jack could feel the tension pressing down like a physical weight. The Council's capital planet loomed ahead, enormous and cold. Towers of alien steel rose like jagged teeth. Ships smaller than Horizon hovered in formation. Lights blinked across the surface, scanning, probing, always watching. Jack turned to his crew. Each face was set, tense. None spoke. He could feel the fear, but also the determination. They had trained for this. They were humans, unpredictable and dangerous if cornered. "Remember protocol," Jack said, voice low but steady. "Keep calm. Do not provoke them. Watch and wait." The Council vessel opened its airlock. Strange figures floated in the docking bay. Long limbs, sharp angles, glowing eyes. The aliens spoke in clicks and hums. The translator devices crackled. One alien stepped forward. Its voice was smooth, cold, full of mockery. "Humans, primitive hunters, you should not be here." Jack did not flinch. He scanned the bay. Hidden weapons blinked under alien guards' armor. Surveillance drones hovered. The aliens were testing them, seeing how far they could push humans without triggering a response. He caught a subtle movement on the sensor. Something hidden, tucked behind the Council leader, a weapon capable of destroying Horizon in seconds. He leaned closer, studying it. One wrong move and they would be dead before the Council realized humans could fight back. The alien laughed, showing sharp teeth. "Do you even understand strategy, human? Or do you rely on instinct alone?" Jack's jaw tightened. He answered calmly, "Instinct can be dangerous for those who underestimate it." The Council whispered among themselves. Cameras swiveled. Every detail was recorded. Jack felt eyes on his hands, his eyes, even his pulse. They were predators, testing other predators. Suddenly, the Council's weapon systems flickered. Alarms blared. Red lights filled the docking bay. Every alien face turned in shock and confusion. Jack's crew froze, then reacted. They knew a threat had been triggered. Jack barked orders. "Shields up, engines full. Prepare for evasive maneuvers. Do not fire unless fired upon." Metal groaned as Horizon rocked under sudden energy pulses. Alien drones darted toward the ship. Lasers flashed across the bay, slicing through hull panels. Smoke filled the corridors. Crew shouted, boots pounding on metal decks. Jack moved to the side, scanning. Every option, every possible escape route. He saw a narrow vent that could bypass the main doors. If the Council wanted to trap them, this was the only chance. The Council leader's voice boomed, "Stop them! They cannot leave!" Jack's mind raced. One choice, one risk. He reached for the override panel and pressed it. Shields surged. Horizon lurched forward. Explosions rattled the bay. Sparks flew. Fire alarms blared. Crew scrambled, pushing past smoke and heat. The ship tore through the docking bay with controlled fury. Jack held the helm, every muscle tense, heart pounding. He felt the Council's eyes burning through sensors, angry and shocked. The vessel shot into open space. Silence fell for a fraction of a second. Then the Council's voice came over the comm. "This is not over, human. The stars themselves will watch your destruction." Jack swallowed hard. He did not answer. He did. He looked out into the void, knowing that something far worse than the Council's threats was coming. A coded signal flashed on the console. It was human. Another fleet, moving in Council space. And it was not under his command. Jack Harper stared at the incoming fleet signal. His stomach tightened. He did not recognize the call signs. The ships were human, but their formation was sharp, disciplined, almost aggressive. They were not there to help. He barked orders. "All hands, battle stations, shields full, weapons ready. Prepare for evasive maneuvers. The horizon shook as the engines powered to full thrust. Lights flickered in the metallic corridors. Crew ran past, shouting over the alarms. Smoke hung in the air. The ship smelled of burnt circuits and adrenaline. Jack moved to the tactical panel. Alien scanners had picked up the approaching fleet. They were faster, better armed, but not aware of Horizon's tricks. Harper saw an opportunity to turn their aggression into a trap. "Target their engines first," he ordered. "Focus fire on weak points. Make them pay for every inch." The first shots exploded in space. Laser bursts painted the darkness. Enemy ships twisted, tried to flank, but Harper's tactics kept them off balance. He smiled briefly. The humans had learned, adapted, evolved in ways the Council never expected. One enemy ship drew too close. Jack signaled his pilot to execute a risky maneuver. Horizon twisted around, fire streaking past its hull. Explosions flared. The enemy ship shattered, pieces drifting silently in the void. The crew cheered, but the sound was hollow. They knew this was only the beginning. Jack felt anger and betrayal. His own people were trying to kill him, to prove something to the Council. He remembered the Council's mocking words. They had underestimated humans, but now Harper saw the true danger of instinct and strategy combined. The battle raged. Alien drones, watching from orbit, joined the fight. Horizon moved like a predator, dodging, countering, striking. Jack felt a thrill, a connection to the crew and the ship. Every decision, every move, had life or death consequences. Every heartbeat was counted. "Commander, enemy boarding pod detected," a voice shouted. Harper turned. He saw a small ship approaching Horizon's hull. Alien technology, modified by human hands. The pod was aimed to breach. Jack grabbed a plasma cutter. "Seal the bulkhead. Prepare countermeasures. We are not losing this ship today." Crew rushed to intercept the boarding pod. Sparks flew, metal clanged. Jack joined them, feeling the heat and tension. They destroyed the pod before it could dock, but the attack showed how dangerous the situation was. Every second mattered. As the last pod was incinerated, a new signal appeared. This one was different. Not human, not Council. Something in between. Harper's eyes narrowed. He did not recognize the code. It was fast, precise, almost silent. He sent the ship to intercept. It moved closer. Data streamed in. Unknown technology. Faster than anything he had seen. The Council's weapons were advanced, but this was something else. A hybrid fleet, alien-human, unpredictable, ruthless. Jack gritted his teeth. "We are not running. We fight. We survive. We make them fear us." The Horizon fired again. Explosions shook the void. Metal groaned under stress. Crew shouted orders, voices raw with fear and determination. Sparks flew down corridors as emergency systems engaged. Suddenly, a huge shadow passed over the ship. Sensors screamed. A massive alien battleship, silent until now, dropped out of warp behind the hybrid fleet. Its hull was scarred, but its guns were massive. It fired. Energy waves hit the Horizon's shields, causing alarms to blare and lights to flicker. Jack looked out at the battlefield, eyes hard. He knew they were surrounded, outnumbered, but the human instinct, the predator mode, had not yet been fully revealed. Then another signal arrived. A message from Earth itself. The Council had underestimated human courage. Something was coming, something that would change the battle forever. Harper clenched his fists. The war was only beginning, and humanity had not yet shown its full power. Jack Harper tightened his grip on the control panel. The hybrid fleet was closing in, fast and silent. Horizon's hull rattled under near-miss energy blasts. Smoke streaked the corridors. The crew ran, boots clanging on metal decks, shouts mixing with alarms. Sensors picked up movement inside the hybrid ships. Jack squinted at the displays. Human patterns. Alien tech. Someone had manipulated his people. They were now the enemy, unknowingly working for the Council. He shouted orders. Evasive maneuvers, fire only when necessary, target the command pods, watch for human patterns. They are not all under control. A shuttle breached Horizon's shields. Jack and the security team rushed to the bay. Sparks flew as boarding clamps hit the deck. Hybrid soldiers spilled into the corridors, weapons ready, reflex implants glowing. Jack moved with them, plasma rifle in hand. Shots rang out. Metal walls splintered. Crew dodged falling debris, dragging wounded to safety. Jack felt anger, betrayal, and fear all at once. He saw a familiar face among the attackers. Lieutenant Harris, his old friend, now firing at his own people. Jack's heart twisted. "Harris! Stop! They are using you!" Harris hesitated, eyes wide, but the Council's manipulation held fast. Jack knew reasoning would not work. He ducked behind cover, fired a disabling shot at Harris's armor. Sparks flew. Harris collapsed but survived. Jack's stomach churned. Killing his own was impossible, but stopping them meant violence. Meanwhile, outside, the hybrid fleet adjusted formation. Energy weapons flared. Horizon twisted through space like a predator, dodging and countering. Jack's crew moved as one. Instinct and training merged. Every shot, every movement calculated, but the stress was immense. A massive hybrid warship emerged from behind the others, massive and scarred. Jack realized its shields were adaptive, countering human weapons in real time. He cursed under his breath. The Council had designed this fleet to exploit human instincts, but they had not accounted for improvisation. He made a decision. "Prepare boarding party. We go to their command center. Cut the head, the body will falter." Security teams armed themselves. Plasma rifles charged. Magnetic boots clicked as they readied the boarding shuttles. Jack led the first team. They breached the hybrid ship's hull. Smoke, sparks, and red alarms filled the narrow corridors. The hybrid crew fought fiercely, but Harper's team moved with precision and rage. Jack reached the command room. Screens flickered. Alien symbols, human code mixed. He scanned the data. The Council had placed a control link into these humans, using their aggression to fight other humans. The betrayal stung. His blood boiled. He grabbed the console. Weapon systems overloaded. Alarms blaring. The hybrid ship lurched, caught off guard by human improvisation. Crew shouted, fire lit corridors, sparks rained from damaged conduits. Jack's earpiece crackled. "Commander, another fleet detected. Not human, not hybrid. Full alien warships coming in fast." Jack froze, chest tight. Surrounded on all sides, humans turned against humans, and now the full alien fleet was arriving. The odds were impossible. His crew looked at him, waiting. Fear, trust, and determination mixed on every face. He clenched his fists, voice low but firm. "We fight. We survive. No surrender." The hybrid ship's engines roared. Sparks flew from the corridors as the ship veered toward Horizon's position. Jack realized the Council had set a trap far bigger than he imagined. Then the command console blinked again. Another signal. This one human, urgent, desperate. It carried coordinates deep into Council space. Something hidden. Something important. Jack stared at it. He knew they had to follow, but what waited there could change everything. The ship shook violently as hybrid forces fought back. Jack gritted his teeth. The battlefield was chaos. Death and loyalty intertwined. Every heartbeat mattered. And now, with the new coordinates, the war was about to get far worse. Jack Harper's eyes never left the main viewport. Horizon shuddered as the hybrid ship's engines flared nearby. The alien fleet was converging fast. Every sensor screamed danger. Smoke filled the corridors. Sparks rained from damaged conduits. Crew members shouted over alarms, moving wounded to safety. Jack turned to his officers. "We follow the coordinates. Prepare boarding teams, shields and weapons at maximum. We cannot fail." The crew nodded. fear, and determination mixed in their faces. Every human aboard knew the odds were against them, yet they moved with precision, trust in Jack and in each other. The boarding shuttles detached. Magnetic boots clicked on the hull. Jack led the first team. They breached the hybrid ship again, metal screaming as the hull twisted under pressure. Sparks flew from cut conduits. Smoke filled the corridors. Alien-human hybrids fought with precision, but Harper's team had learned, adapted. Jack pushed forward. Every corner held danger. He saw crew members fall, injured by laser bursts or falling debris. The smell of burnt metal and blood filled the air. Yet the team pressed on. Discipline and instinct merged in their movements. They reached the command room. Screens flickered showing maps, fleet positions, and council symbols. Jack analyzed quickly. The council had hidden a doomsday weapon, capable of annihilating fleets in minutes. It was active, counting down. He turned to his team. "We stop that weapon, now. Split into teams, firepower and hacking, move fast." The crew ran, charging weapons, keyboards glowing as they tried to override the systems. Hybrid soldiers appeared, blocking corridors. Jack fought alongside his men, plasma rifle firing. Sparks flew. Walls splintered. His team shouted, boots pounding on metal, sweat and blood mixing. Jack felt a sudden strike to his shoulder. Pain flared, but he pushed forward. There was no time to stop. Every second mattered. The weapon's countdown ticked relentlessly. Lives depended on their success. Explosions shook the ship. Metal groaned under the stress. Smoke, fire, and alarms merged into chaos. Jack's eyes scanned rapidly. He noticed a flaw in the weapon's shielding. A calculated shot could disable the core. He signaled, "Converge fire on the core. Focus everything." Plasma blasts cut through corridors. Sparks rained. The countdown slowed. Hybrid soldiers tried to block, but Harper's team pressed on, relentless. The weapon's core destabilized. Alarms screamed. Smoke engulfed the room. Harper gritted his teeth, shouting over the chaos. "Keep firing! Hold the line!" They pressed on until the core erupted in a controlled implosion. The weapon was neutralized, but the ship was damaged beyond repair. Jack's comm crackled. "Commander, enemy fleet approaching from deep orbit. Massive ships, faster than anything we've seen." He froze, heart pounding. Outnumbered, surrounded, yet they had survived the weapon. Sweat and blood streaked his face. His crew looked at him, exhausted, but ready for more. Jack knew the council was not done. This was only another layer of the trap. He clenched his fists. "We move. Horizon is damaged, but we survive. We fight. Everyone, to your stations. Prepare for jump. The council wants a war. They will get one." Just then, a secondary alarm blinked on the console. Another signal, urgent, direct from an unknown source. Coordinates deeper into council space. A hidden location. Jack stared at it. The war was far from over, and whatever awaited there would test humanity harder than anything they had faced. He took a deep breath, voice steady. "Set course. We are going in. No turning back." Jack Harper gripped the controls as Horizon jumped into deep council space. Sensors screamed with activity. Unknown fleets moved in formation. Alien warships, massive and angular, patrolled every route. Horizon's engines hummed. Metal groaned under stress. Jack turned to his crew. "We go in fast. Stay sharp. Eyes open. Everyone ready?" The crew nodded, faces tight, tense, eyes fixed. They trusted him. The hidden coordinates led them to a massive council station orbiting a dying star. Towers of metal and energy pulsed like a heartbeat. Warning signals blared. Jack felt the weight of what awaited them. "Lock weapons," he ordered. "We move in quiet, then strike fast. This is our only chance." The boarding shuttles detached. Magnetic boots clicked as they moved across the station's hull. Sparks from minor impacts danced in the void. Jack led the first team. Plasma rifles ready, scanners glowing. Every corridor held danger. Every corner could hide death. Inside, alarms blared. Council soldiers poured in. Alien reflexes enhanced their speed, but humans had adapted. Jack's team moved like shadows, firing in bursts, blocking and advancing. Walls splintered under fire. Sparks rained. Smoke and heat filled the metallic corridors. Jack felt fear, anger, and resolve all at once. Crew members fell around him. He grabbed a wounded soldier, dragging him to cover. "Stay with me," he shouted, voice raw. Every life mattered. Every second counted. They reached the central control room. Screens flashed with fleet positions, weapons data, and council codes. Jack studied them quickly. The council's top leaders were present. Escape was impossible if they did not act. He signaled, "Team, firepower on the doors, hacking on the main console. We cut them off, now." Weapons fired, sparks flew, doors twisted and splintered. The team poured in, plasma cutting through defenses. The council soldiers fought back, precise and lethal. Jack dove behind a console, firing bursts. Sparks flew, walls cracked. The council leader appeared, flanked by elite guards. Jack saw the fear in their eyes when they faced humans unbroken, relentless, and fearless. "You cannot win," the leader said, voice cold. Jack stepped forward. "We do not need to win. We survive. And we make you fear what humans can do." Plasma fire cut across the room. Sparks rained. Elite guards fell. The council leader tried to flee. Jack lunged. They clashed, metal and energy flashing. Jack's instincts, reflexes, and sheer will overcame the leader. He fell back, cornered, defeated. The room shook with energy discharges from overloaded systems. Outside, the station's fleet scrambled. Horizon moved through the void like a predator. Alien ships fell one by one, outmatched by human unpredictability and precision. The Council had never faced this. Fear rippled through their ranks. Jack's team secured the control room. Screens showed the remaining Council fleet retreating. Silence fell for a fraction of a second. Exhaustion, relief, and adrenaline mixed. Crew members slumped against walls, breathing hard. Jack looked at them. Every face was marked by the battle, but alive. Then the console beeped. Another signal, cryptic, from beyond the Council space. Coordinates, unknown origin, new threat. Jack stared at it, chest tight. The war was not over. The stars might have fallen silent in fear, but something waited. Something worse. Jack clenched his fists. We move, we survive, and we show them what humanity can do. His voice was low, firm, and full of resolve. Horizon powered up, engines thrumming. The next battle was coming, and humanity was ready.